Raynham Hall, an imposing estate nestled in the countryside of Norfolk, England, has stood for centuries as a monument to English aristocracy. Built in 1620, it has been home to the Townsend family for generations. While it is admired for its architecture and historical importance, Raynham Hall is perhaps most famous for a chilling mystery. The ghostly apparition known as the Brown Lady, said to roam its halls. The story of Raynham Hall and the Brown Lady has captivated historians, paranormal enthusiasts, and even skeptics for nearly 300 years. Unlike many ghost stories, the haunting of Raynham Hall is particularly compelling because of its historical roots and photographic evidence that some claim proves the existence of the Brown Lady. The story behind this haunting begins with a scandal, betrayal, and a tragic death, the echoes of which seem to linger in the hallways of this stately home. The haunting of Raynham Hall is inextricably linked to the story of Lady Dorothy Walpole, a woman whose life was marred by sorrow and controversy. Born in 1686, Dorothy was the sister of Sir Robert Walpole, Britain's first Prime Minister, and the second wife of Charles Townshend, the second Viscount Townshend. Charles was known for his harsh temper, and their marriage was reportedly turbulent. Dorothy was a strikingly beautiful woman, but her beauty did not shield her from tragedy. According to legend, before her marriage to Charles, Dorothy had a passionate love affair with Lord Wharton, a known philanderer. When Charles discovered this affair, he was furious. Some stories claim that Charles locked Dorothy in a remote part of Raynham Hall as punishment for her indiscretions. Whether this imprisonment truly occurred is a matter of historical debate, but what is known is that Dorothy died in 1726 under mysterious circumstances. Official records list smallpox as the cause of death, but local law suggests that she died of a broken heart, or that she was driven to madness by her isolation. The first reports of the Brown Lady's ghostly presence date back to the early 19th century. She was given her name because witnesses described her as wearing a brown brocade dress, and she was often seen gliding through the grand staircase or the bedrooms of Raynham Hall. The spectre was said to have an eerie, luminous quality, and her face was unmistakable, gaunt, with hollow eye sockets that seemed to burn with a ghostly light. One of the earliest recorded encounters with the Brown Lady came in 1835, when Colonel Loftus, a guest staying at Raynham Hall for the Christmas season, claimed to have seen her. Late one evening, he and another guest noticed a strange figure wandering the corridors. The following night, Loftus encountered the apparition again, this time getting a clearer look at her face. He was horrified to see that her eyes were nothing more than empty sockets, glowing with an unnatural light. His description of the Brown Lady spread quickly, and soon more guests began to report sightings. In 1836, Captain Frederick Marryat, a naval officer and author, decided to stay at Raynham Hall to investigate the stories of the Brown Lady for himself. Marryat was a skeptic and wanted to debunk the ghostly rumors, but his encounter would change his perspective forever. One night, as he walked down the dark hallway with two other guests, Marryat saw the Brown Lady approaching. He described her as holding a lantern and slowly moving toward them. Terrified, Marryat pulled out his pistol and fired at the figure. The bullet passed right through her, and the Brown Lady vanished into thin air, leaving Marryat shaken. Despite the numerous accounts of ghostly encounters, it wasn't until 1936 that the Brown Lady's haunting would gain worldwide attention. That year, photographers from Country Life magazine visited Raynham Hall to take pictures for an article. While photographing the grand staircase, one of the photographers, Captain Provand, noticed something strange in the viewfinder. His assistant, Indra Shira, saw it too, a misty, figure-like form descending the staircase. Shira quickly snapped a photograph, which would become one of the most famous and controversial ghost photographs in history. The photograph, showing a faint ethereal figure on the staircase, was published in Country Life and later in Life magazine. Paranormal enthusiasts hailed it as proof of the Brown Lady's existence, while skeptics dismissed it as a clever hoax or a trick of the light. Despite the ongoing debate, the photograph has never been conclusively debunked, and it remains one of the most iconic images in the lore of haunted houses. Over the years, various theories have been proposed to explain the haunting of Raynham Hall. Some believe that Lady Dorothy's tragic death and the alleged cruelty of her husband left her spirit restless. The theory that she was imprisoned in Raynham Hall adds a layer of gothic horror to the story, suggesting that her ghost lingers in the place where she suffered. Skeptics, however, have offered more rational explanations. Some suggest that the Brown Lady sightings are the result of sleep paralysis or optical illusions. In the case of the 1936 photograph, some have speculated that it could have been the result of a double exposure or a smudge on the lens. Still, no definitive explanation has been put forward to fully debunk the photograph or the numerous eyewitness accounts. Raynham Hall remains in the Townsend family to this day, and though it is no longer open to the public as a tourist attraction, the legend of the Brown Lady persists. Paranormal investigators continue to be fascinated by the case, and it is not uncommon for modern-day visitors to claim they have felt an eerie presence in the house or seen unexplained shadows moving through the corridors. Despite its age and reputation, Raynham Hall stands as a living piece of history, haunted not only by the ghost of the Brown Lady, but by the dark secrets and tragic events that unfolded within its walls. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the story of Raynham Hall and its famous apparition is a powerful reminder of the way history, legend, and the supernatural can become entwined, leaving an indelible mark on a place and the people who encounter it. The haunting of Raynham Hall is a captivating tale, deeply rooted in history and legend. While the existence of the Brown Lady remains a matter of debate, the combination of historical tragedy, eyewitness accounts, and photographic evidence has kept this story alive for nearly 300 years. Raynham Hall continues to inspire curiosity and fear, and its reputation as one of England's most haunted locations is unlikely to fade anytime soon.